Welcome everybody to our first partner round this year. We hope that you had a great start into the new year, and we would like to welcome you from Cybus to our very first webinar of the year. I'm Garrett, I'm the event manager from Cybus, and I'm hosting this new event format for you. And today I've brought Danny from our partner management. He's head of partner management at Cybus, who will moderate through this new session. And I've brought Pablo. He's our customer success engineer. He is supporting for technical parts and to show you through our latest software updates. So before we go into the session, just a little reminder for the colleagues that are new here. We do have a little chat option at the bottom for you. So if you have any questions in the middle, or if anybody explains something where you have a question to, please feel free to drop it in the chat box, and Danny will see when we can pick the question up to answer this. Maybe it fits right where we are, or we will come back later in the session at the end for our Q&A session and come back to that. So have fun, and I will now hand over to Danny.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Garrett. Also from my side, welcome everyone. Very glad to have you guys here. Is, as you know, the very first time we're doing something like this. We do it specifically only for you, our partners. And maybe just before we start into it, just a couple of words why we're actually doing this. We received a lot of feedback from you for the last year and the projects that actually you would like to be even more like closer to the connector, to the product, to what's going on, how are we planning. And we're shifting a lot of this right now. With some of you guys, we already conducted a roadmap planning session together. Now, this is the new format we're trying to establish, this product release update. And it has the aim of you, because now we have a lot of you guys here who already work with Connector and us in ongoing projects, or are at the verge of actually right about to work with them. And for you, of course, it's very important to understand what's going to happen to Connector Next, what are the features, so that we can together work this out at the customers and make sure they get benefit from it. Yeah? So this is a new format. Yeah, it's the very first time. This time it will specifically be about the past features. So we introduced some new features in the last 2 months. So Pablo is here today with me to actually like guide you through the features, get you some insights. We will show a lot in through the product, and the future formats will be then more about a preview. So actually right before the feature are about to release, we will conduct this session. It won't be probably like every month, but whenever there are like significant features which are important for you, which we like to share, we will do this. And so my biggest ask for today is actually that we receive afterwards some feedback, because we're only doing this for you. So if you feel later on like it doesn't make any sense like this, like it is the format, let make sure to give us the feedback. If you like to have it in like more personal, or however you would like to have it, make sure to get us this feedback. We will like write to you afterwards as well. So I would say that's the most important ask. And of course, we prepared some content today. And with this, we can come straight into the presentation. So as you see right now here, we will like present some of the newer features from the 1.8 release and the 1.9 release through Pablo. We will have one feature which we are working is in use right now at the customer, and just a short shout out to the Cybus Academy, which is brand new, and of course a Q&A session. Today, we will actually, it's only going to be me and Pablo. And for those who don't know me, I'm responsible for the partnerships here at Cybus. I think most of you going through the attendees right now know me already. For those not, very happy to meet you. And Pablo, maybe you want to take a second as well to introduce yourself.
Yes, sure. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, my name is Pablo. I work for the customer success team as a customer success engineer. I do with my colleagues all the implementation of Connector in the industry or with our clients. And yes, I am more focused on the technical part, and I will support Danny today to show you how, every new feature is working in Connector.
Thank you very much again, Pablo, for taking this time. And for the next sessions, maybe we will check like whoever fits more. Maybe sometimes we will take someone from our product team or from our engineering team. It depends. We start like this, but as well, if you have any feedback on who should join from your perspective, make sure to share it with us. And without further ado, I would say let's start into the very first feature releases. And when the 1.8, which we released, we released the live data feature. And one of the reasons, actually, that's why we put it here as a customer example, is that we discovered in one of our customers, which is a German battery cell manufacturer, where we were working with a lot of data over 12,000 data endpoints currently. And we discovered that when browsing through the data in the Data Explorer and Connector, it actually takes some time, and it's a little bit more of effort to actually finding the service which we're just trying out. So when testing new services, we needed something more fast. That's why we introduced the live data feature, so you can see in the new service already the live data, and it's good for just testing, fast debugging, and it's performant as well at very large data amounts. And I think, Pablo, you prepared a short view of this, right?
Yeah, sure. Then let's start with the first feature. In this case, will be the live data in service details. I will show you my connector environment. And then, for example, if we are here in our service page where you can find all your installed services or running services in your environment. And if we click or select one specific service in this time, you will find a tab called Live Data. And if you go there, you will be able to see the data coming into this service or going out. And yes, if we, for example, make a request or we enable this service, you can check directly after the installation if the data is coming or not. It helps you to work a little bit faster and find faster issues, for example, with your endpoint, if the endpoint is running or not. Maybe you can work a little bit faster and debug also faster. Yes, I have mentioned one topic, for example, is you can find the topic of a specific endpoint. In this case, we can find the topic here. You can select it, use it in another service, and get the data through this topic and find it more faster. Because if we go to the Data Explorer, then maybe you have to take a look, where is my topic or where is my service? And then with the live data, you can select your specific service you want to see, and then take the data or the topic from there. Yes, I think this is everything with the live data. And then let's jump to the new other feature. In this case, is the visualization of the agents in the UI. And if we go, for example, as you know, we can find all our agents under the system page. And if you go to agents, you will see all the agents that are installed in our connector environment. For example, I have installed this one, agent test one. This is a test agent, like I said, have installed. And we have the protocol mapper that is installed as default with the version of your connector to make the connections within the connector. And if we, for example, go to a specific service that use this agent, you can, for example, select here, and you can see which kind or which connection and which endpoint is working with a specific agent. And as you can see, we have added a column here, and you can see the agent name, what we are using, or the endpoint, what agent or the data is going through this agent. It helps you to identify much better where are going our data through, which agent is working with a specific segmentation of our shop flow. And yes, that's really good to know. And if you go to the service resources here, you can also see all the connections, and you can see which agent is been using with which service ID. For example, I have installed one service, in this case agent, and this service is working with an agent test1, and I can also do the same with the endpoint that is working with the same agent, the same service I have installed. And yes, this gives you a robust system infrastructure. You can identify, like I already said, most faster, and yes, you have more clear image of your infrastructure. Perfect.
Real quick, if I can just jump in for a second. So
Sure.
basically, I think what it's creating is more system visibility. Yeah. And actually, they will be coming more in terms of system visibility, monitoring at the beginning of this year, because we heard there as well your feedback, which some of you shared with us regarding how we can monitor the connector, for example, even better in the whole system. Yeah. So there will be more coming, and that's one of the smaller steps which was just released.
Perfect. Thank you. Then let's go to the number 3 update of this version 1.8.0, and this is our documentation via Gitbook. As you know, we have a container with the previous versions of Connectware for this documentation. But now you can go, this documentation is online, and you need only to go to the following link, for example, doc.cybus.io, and you can select here the version of your Cybus or Connectware version. And if we select, for example, the 1.10, then you will see all the data or the new updates of our documentation. It's very good to mention here that this platform Gitbook work also with AI. That means I can interact with this platform and make or do, for example, a question to this platform, and this platform will take a look in our documentation and find and reformulate an answer for you. And if you don't like, for example, this answer is very general, you can also navigate to the specific page of this information. For example, I can ask, how can I install an agent? And then I can select here the help with the AI. I click there, and the platform tries to generate an answer for me, and it's take a little bit, but after that you get your answer, and they give you steps how can you do it. Of course, your question, you will also get suggestion of new question that can be more better for you to know, okay, maybe is this question is better than I have now. Then you can go to it, and this platform reformulate a new answer, of course. And if you want to know more about this question or this topic, you will be able to find some steps here to go directly to the page where you find the new information. For example, if we go here, you will be forward to the page that show the information about your question.
Yes, I would say let's jump over to the next feature, right?
Sure.
Thanks.
Then we have, for example, in the new version 1.9.0, then a new feature is called flow sync. This feature helps you to transactional data flow, to track all the data. You can incorporate it in your OpenCUA node server or HTTP node servers to track your information via MQTT to the target systems. It is a closed loop processing. That means you will be every time notified if the data came or not, or if then on the way to the IT or target system has an error or not. You can also customize it. You will be able to customize the time down or time out time, the message of it, and which code you will get. And it is very easy to implement. For example, if we go to our commissioning file, you have only to add one line, and this time will be, for example, a property called operation, and this value needs to be transaction, and then is closing will be activated. If you want, for example, to define your message, you have to enter this property. You can change your message here. You can change also the timeout here, and also the code of the error. Then if we go, for example, let's do, for example, an example here. If we, for example, do a call, for example, full transaction, that means the data comes to the target system. I do the request. I don't get a message here, but our connector get the information and give the information back to you. For example, with the ID, that is for one request directly. And if, for example, we try to get a timeout, it tried a little bit, that the request was made, but the request was not successful to come to the target system, and you get as client the message we have defined before. This is also very good to mention that we, with this feature, we can also do OP2R method calls. And yet, this is very good to, or very nice to mention, that no providers on the market can provide a easy solution like Flowsync to implement this type of feature. Feature. Then I would like to go back to Danny.
Yes, thanks, Pablo. And like just one mention from my side, we hear it as well from I think a lot of you guys, how important this is, especially in the context of like MES systems, so very happy that our product provided this feature. Hope it will help you, or is already helping, as I know some of you are already working with it or experimenting with it. Let's jump out to the next one, which is a small section called feature in action. And now let me go here where we've just been. Sorry, here is this one. So we again here in this case, same example. So just German battery cell manufacturer, because apparently there are a lot of high availability requirements and high data amounts. And the feature here, which is older feature already, I think from the mid of last year, which is shared subscriptions. And for those, maybe to give you some context about the customer there, which is from the battery cell manufacturing, the business case more over there is at the end reducing scrap, because they have very high scrap rates, I think like over 40%, and they have requirements for compliance, for example, like traceability, because they need to know what kind of material is going to what cell. So for all of this, at the end, what requires is basically reliability in the communication. And what we can prevent here with the shared subscription feature is that we don't have a single point of failure. So we can make sure data is really reliable coming to the communication. And it's not only reliable, but as well complete. Because as you can imagine, if like there's an outage of data or something, and it's not the whole data is coming there, probably you can scrap off that one part, or the cell, or at least you have like some very high effort of like putting it in manually afterwards. Or even if you like think further and you want to do some analytics, you need to do some data engineering to actually work with the data. So very important here to start at the very reliable and complete data flow. And Pablo, I think over to you. You brought a architecture to us.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. As you can see in this picture, we have on the bottom of the picture our whole machines from our production line, And up to that, they communicate with OpenCUA, with our agent in our connector environment, and then we want to send this data to our target system. In this case, will be the Azure Event Hub through Kafka brokers. And as you can see, we can find two upstream agents. It makes this, or with the MQTT5, we support share subscription. And as you can see, with these two agents, we can make a robust infrastructure to send the data to our target system. For example, if an agent fails, then is the other one there to ensure that the data will come to your system. And yeah, you can also select, for example, MQTT5 share subscription, work with a client-based load balancing, and take the decision which data will go to which way and which is more reliable for you, or what is the best way in this case. And it's make this infrastructure very robust, because the data will be every time come to the target system you need. And yes, that is everything I have to mention. Hand over to you, Danny.
Thanks, Pablo. I think that's about the last feature here. We have a one shout out here in terms of the academy. It's something new. Our team was, and this is already a little bit older, so that's from October. But as you can see, we started end of last year working on a Cybus Academy. So what is this all about? It's about to have all the training on demand, so that you or your team colleagues can basically skill up your knowledge about Connectware on demand inside the Cybus Academy. Right now, we have the basic and basic plus course already online. Access is being, you can get access, just shoot us, me or Pablo or someone for the customer success team a request, yeah, and they can help you with that. It's our plan is right now, as we started this, we will like gradually increase it and like build this up. So all of the other trainings we're conducting will step by step be part of this academy as well. And of course, we use it for our partners here, but we'll use this as well for customers and internal training. So this will be one important step as well for us as a company to assure we can scale faster. And yeah, if you have any needs for this or just want to check it out, make sure afterwards to send me a request, and I will very happy help you. Um, and with that, I would say it's time for some question and answer. That was about it for today. We tried to keep it short, and especially now, if you have any questions, make sure to put them here in the chat. I think it's here on the top right side. We can then moderate the questions here. Also, if you have any feedback you want to share already, make sure to share it here. Perfect. There it goes. Give me a second. First question coming here. So documentation on, I will make this public. There we go. Documentation OPCUA methods planned. Is it planned, Pablo?
Yes, this is in the plan. This is not now online, but it will be. It is in the plan. We are working on it.
Perfect. So we will definitely make sure to shoot you a message when it's public or released. So good question there. Any other questions here? If not, then I would say thank you very much for your time. Yeah, and looking forward to your feedback. Our team will contact you, and at least via mail or per phone if we have the number. But most of you we have the numbers from. So thank you very much for your time again. Hope this is helpful for you, and hope as well looking forward to your feedback. Thank you very much, Pablo. Last words belong to you.
Yeah, thank you very much to being here, and thank you for this quick session. And yes, we are happy to show you our new features and new updates. And yeah, we see us in the next time. Thank you.